Okay. So hello students. So today now I am going to explain. So here male reproductive part of the flower. So which is the male reproductive part of the flower? So here androecium. So androecium consists of stamens na. So here now let us see the structure of a stamen. So this is the structure of stamen, right? So structurally, stamen is differentiated into three parts. The first one is here anther. The first one is anther. So second one is connective. So second one is connective, and the third one is filament. Third one is filament, right? So these are the three major parts of the stamen. Stamen is a part of male reproductive whorl or male reproductive part, that is here androecium. So if we are take a transverse section of anther, so the anther is differentiated into following here parts. The first one is epidermis, and the second one is endothecium, and the third one is middle layers, and the last one is tapetum. These are the four anther wall layers. Here anther wall is differentiated into four layers. First one is epidermis, second one is endothecium, third one is middle layers, and the last one is here tapetum. Okay, right. So now I am going to explain brief account of each and every anther wall layer. In detailed study of each and every anther wall layer. The first one is epidermis. Which is the first one, ma? Epidermis. Epidermis. So epidermis is the, this is epidermis na. This epidermis is the outermost anther wall layer. So this epidermis is made up of single layers of cells. How many layers of cells? Single layer of cells. Single layers of cells. And the major function of this epidermis is here protection, right? So here the epidermis provide protection to the anther, and right, this is okay, very important point regarding epidermis, right? And now let us see the second anther wall layer. The second anther wall layer, which is the second anther wall layer? Endothecium. So here now let us see the brief account of endothecium. So here endothecium. So endothecium is present or situated or located just below the epidermis. Okay na? Right. So here now let us see the endothecium. The endothecium anther wall layer is made up of radially elongated cells. Which type of cells? Radially elongated. Radially elongated cells. Right? And next one is this endothecium is made, is consists of one of the most important biological substance, that is alpha cellulose. So the name of the substance is alpha cellulose. So right. So here alpha cellulose. So alpha cellulose is present in the endothecium. Due to the presence of alpha cellulose in the endothecium, which helps in a rupture of anther. So rupture means breakdown or splitting of anther. Okay, right. So now let us say all of you once again remember the top point, ma. So endothecium is the second anther wall layer, and this is the second anther wall layer. This endothecium is made up of radially elongated cells. So here radially elongated cells. This point is also very important for competitive examinations. And the first and foremost important point is, so here this endothecium consists of, so one of the most important biological substance, that is alpha cellulose. Then what is the importance or role or significance of this alpha cellulose? So due to the presence of alpha cellulose in the endothecium, which helps in a rupture of anther or dehiscence of anther or breakdown of anther. So these points are also very important for competitive examinations, right? So now I am asking one question. So which anther wall layer is involved in, so here providing protection to the anther? So epidermis. And the alpha cellulose is present. Now I am asking another question, second question. So here, which one of the following anther wall layer consists of alpha cellulose? Option A, so epidermis. Option B, middle layers. Option C, endothecium. Option D, tapetum. Then which is the correct option? So here, endothecium. Endothecium is the correct or right option for this question. And so here, now let us see now I am asking one more question. So here, the alpha cellulose is present in the endothecium of the anther wall layer. So what is the role of this alpha cellulose? So this is the question. Now let us see option A, so dehiscence of anther. Option B, united of anther lobes. Option C, both A and B. So option D, so not a rupture of anther. Then which is the correct option? So rupture or dehiscence or breaking down or splitting of anther. So this is a brief account of endothecium. And now let us see next one, third one is middle layers. Now I am going to explain. So third anther wall layer, so that is middle layers. So middle layers. Third anther wall layer so middle layers. Right? So middle layers are situated or present just below the endothecium. This is endothecium na. So these are the middle layers. So endothecium middle layers are present just below the endothecium. Okay, right. So here middle layers. So basically middle layers are made up of parenchyma tissue or parenchyma cells. So here parenchyma. So parenchyma tissue is present in the middle layers. So due to the presence of parenchyma tissue in the middle layers, so which provide nutritive substances or nutrients. So nutrients, so for the pollen grains during, so here early stage. During early stage, so here the parenchyma provide. So here parenchyma provide nutritive substances or nutrients for pollen grain during early stage only. Early stage of pollen development only. Okay. So this is a brief account of middle layers. And now let us see the next one. So here third one, tapetum. Last one and the fourth layer. Fourth layer is tapetum. So fourth layer is tapetum. So right, so tapetum, it is the innermost anther wall layer. See here, so this is the tapetum layer na. This yellow colored layer. This yellow colored layer is called tapetum. So this is the innermost anther wall layer, and it is also made up of single layers of cells. Single layer of cells. And one more important feature of tapetum is basically the tapetal cells consist of more than one nucleus. More than one nucleus. So more than one nucleus is present, so in the tapetal cells. Okay, right. Hence, so now let us see the ploid of tapetum is polyploid. Polyploid. So right, now let us see the ploid of each and every anther wall layer. So the epidermis, ploid means chromosomal condition or chromosomal status. So here the ploid of epidermis is diploid in nature. It consists of only two sets of chromosomes. And the endothecium is also consists of, okay, so here diploid number of chromosomes. And now let us see middle layers. Middle layer is also diploid in condition. And the last one is tapetum. Tapetum is polyploid. Ploid in condition. So these chromosomal status or ploid of each and every anther wall layer is also very, very important for competitive examinations. Now let us see we already discussed each and every, here function of each and every anther wall layer. Now let us see then what about, the function of tapetum. So here tapetum provide nutritive substances or nourishment for developing pollen grains. So provide nutritive substances or nutrients for developing pollen grains. And one more important function. So here these are all the functions of tapetum. Functions of tapetum. Now I am going to explain functions. So functions of tapetum. So basically the tapetum provide nourishment or nutrients for the developing pollen grains. And next, here it produce one of the enzyme that is called callase. So callase enzyme. This enzyme is also very helpful for dissolving callose, which is present around the here microspore tetrad. And now let us see that this tapetum is also involved in the production or provide or produce, right? So here Ubish granules. These Ubish granules, right? So here Ubish granules means this is an extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix. This extracellular matrix is rich in lipids. So which consists of lipids. So this is very, lipids are lipids. So this point is very, very important for competitive examinations. So here this Ubish granules are extracellular matrix. This extracellular matrix is rich in lipids. Okay. So then what is the role of this Ubish granules? These Ubish granules are plays major role in the ornamentation of exine wall of the pollen grain, means outer wall of the pollen grain. So with sporopollenin. So this is the major or important point. Okay, these are the few functions of here tapetum, right? So within the tapetum or below the tapetum or below the tapetum consists of a homogeneous tissue. Homogeneous means all the cells are similar in its size and structure. So if the tissue consists of similar type of cells, such kind of tissue is called homogeneous tissue. Homogeneous tissue. This homogeneous tissue is called sporogenous tissue. Each cell in the sporogenous tissue is act as a microspore mother cell. Each cell in the sporogenous tissue is act as a, here microspore mother cell. This is a brief account of so here T.S of Anther, we know that. So this is the connective region. This connective is helps in the formation of separation walls in bilobed anther, and another part is there, that is stomium. So this stomium is hygroscopic in nature. So hygroscopic means dry in nature. So and the stomium, the region of stomium consists of thin walled cells. So these thin walled cells, due to the presence of thin walled cells in the stomium region, which helps in a rupture of anther or dehiscence of anther. This is the brief account of stomium. So this is also very important. The stomium is here basically hygroscopic in nature, right? So they are asking one question. So in which part of the transverse section of anther consists of hygroscopic cells? Means which part? Stomium. Stomium consists of hygroscopic cells. So right, okay, this is a brief account of structure of anther, right? So now I am going to explain types of tapetum. So types of tapetum. So this is exclusively for competitive examination for NEET. So types of tapetum. Types of tapetum. So here tapetums are classified into, so innermost layer is called tapetum na. This tapetum is classified into two types based on behavior. So based on behavior, so here tapetums are classified into only two types. The first one is amoeboid tapetum. So amoeboid tapetum. The first one is amoeboid tapetum, right? And second one is glandular tapetum. Glandular or secretory tapetum. So these are the two major types of tapetums which are classified based on behavior. So now I am going to explain. So first one, amoeboid tapetum. So amoeboid tapetum. So here the amoeboid tapetum, it is the most primitive type of tapetum. So most primitive. So most primitive type of tapetum. And so here in case of amoeboid tapetum, this amoeboid tapetum is also take a part in providing nourishment or nutritive substances or nutrients for developing pollen grains. In case of amoeboid tapetum, that tapetal cell, for example, this is tapetal layer na. So this tapetal layer consists of tapetal cells. These are the, so for example, these are the tapetal cells na. So these tapetal cells are break down. In case of amoeboid tapetum, so the tapetal cells are undergo splitting or breakdown and release their content into the pollen sac. These contents are captured by developing pollen grains. Like this, so amoeboid tapetum provide nourishment for the pollen grains during pollen development. Okay, So now I am repeat once again, all of you listen carefully ma. So in case of amoeboid tapetum, this is the most primitive type of tapetum. So in this type of tapetum, the tapetal cells undergoes dehiscence or rupture and or breakdown. After the breakdown of these tapetal cells, the content of tapetal cells are released into the pollen sac. So these content, the tapetal cell content is utilized by developing pollen grains. Okay, so this amoeboid tapetum is generally found in dicot plants. Dicot plants. So in majority of the dicot plants, so which is so okay present, right? So example for dicot plants which consist of amoeboid tapetum or helianthus and alisma, and another plant is so typha. So these are very important examples for competitive examinations. So helianthus, alisma and typha which consists of amoeboid so tapetum. Okay. And now let us see, this is a brief account of amoeboid tapetum. And now let us see the second one, glandular or secretory tapetum. So here glandular or secretory tapetum. So glandular or secretory tapetum. So in this type of, this is the most common in angiosperms. This glandular tapetum or secretory tapetum is generally or most common in angiosperms. So here angiosperms. So this angiosperm plants consist of okay glandular tapetum or secretory tapetum. So here in case of angiosperms, this glandular tapetum so provide nutrients. So provide nutrients for developing pollen grains. And also this glandular tapetum is also, so here we are already discussed in the functions of tapetum. So but in which type of tapetum, so all these functions are okay. So here exhibited means, so glandular tapetum, this glandular tapetum is also take a part in. So glandular tapetum or secretory tapetum is also take a part in production of ubish granules and pollen kit material, right? So these points are very important ma. So this glandular tapetum or, so here glandular tapetum or secretory tapetum, so secretes or produce or provide so ubish granules and pollen kit material. So these ubish granules, right, and pollen kit material is also so right part of so pollen grain. So these ubish granules basically, especially these ubish granules are helps in ornamentation of so pollen grain, especially exine wall of the pollen grain with sporopollenin. This is the measure of glandular or secretory tapetum, right? So these are the types of tapetums. These two types of tapetums are very important for competitive examinations. Thank you. So now I explain in the next session.